It's just me, Jean. Meet the third Durwood. Short, nearsighted, afraid of everything, and too smart for her own good. Maybe where you live there's a kid who never does anything wrong, gets straight A's, and always knows her Bible verses for Sunday school. If you know a kid like that, then you know what happens. Every time there's a rainstorm, that's the kid who gets worms tossed in her hair. Every time there's a big snow, that's the kid who gets snowballed first. Every time you do something wrong, that's the kid your mother wants you to start hanging around with. That's me, and I already know that you'd rather not. We're all born sinners, but I started going straight at a very young age. Maybe you've already read about Jack and Penny. They try to do the right thing and always end up getting into trouble. Then they wind up heroes, somehow, and get their pictures in the newspaper. Or maybe you've read about Scruggs. He started out as a big bully, my prime tormentor in the neighborhood. Then after he became a Christian, he became a lot more serious about things. I guess, next to me, he's the most serious person I know. He's serious about catching up in school. He's serious about going to church with his foster mother, Mrs. Bennett. And he's serious about proving to people that he's really changed. The only thing he's not serious about is me. He calls me two-bit and half-pint, and once I caught him trying on my glasses for Jack. The two of them thought that was very funny. I suppose that the greatest trial of my short life has been Annette. She lives in Peabody, too, right in the same neighborhood as me, in fact, and she goes to my church. And even though she's a whole year older than I am, my parents and her parents think that we were cut out for each other. We always end up getting thrown together at every church picnic, ice cream social, three-legged race, and sing-along. I guess people think we ought to be friends because Annette and I seem a lot alike. She always gets straight A's, and she always knows her Bible verses, too. The only difference people see between us is that I'm just normal-looking, and she's pretty. But Annette likes to do things that I don't like to do. For one thing, whenever report cards come out, she's always going around saying, "I got an A in math. What did you get?" As for me, I'd rather not rub it in on people. I don't care what other kids get in math. I just wish some of the kids would let me get into the dodgeball games, or even Chinese jump rope. When it rains and someone gets a worm on me, I just manage to wiggle it off. But no one throws worms at Annette, because she jumps up and down and screams until she's hoarse, and then goes right to the principal or to her mother, and everybody gets in trouble. But I just can't do that. I get embarrassed yelling and screaming, and if you tell on people all the time for little things, it's like being a baby. Another thing about Annette is that she's always asking me about being adopted, which I am. My father adopted me when he married my mother after my real father died. I guess I never thought much about it, except I was glad it gave me the same last name as all my other brothers and sisters. Jack and Penny are my second father's real children, so of course they're Durwoods. And then there's me, and then there's Renee and Freddie and Marie, who are the children born to both my mother and second father, so that makes them Durwoods too. Anyway, I never care about being adopted or being a stepchild, because Jack and Penny are my mother's stepchildren, and we're used to being half-brothers and half-sisters to Renee, Freddie, and Marie. And nobody really cares at home. We're all just the same to each other. But I get tired of it when Annette keeps harping on my being adopted. Anyway, one Sunday morning after Sunday school, I thought that maybe I would stay in the classroom until Annette went by in the hallway. Then I wouldn't have to walk with her and listen to her. So I stayed really quiet by the back desks, and I saw her go past in the hallway looking for me. You might wonder why I never just told Annette that I didn't want to be friends with her, but there are two reasons. For one thing, I'm a chicken, and for another, Annette would beg and bully, and maybe even threaten to tell on me. Usually, whenever she says she's going to tell on me, I'm not even sure what I've done, but I get scared, so I give in and do what she wants.